It's real assets in terms of manufacturing capacities, agribusiness capacities, so natural resources, critical raw materials and so forth. But also on top of that, I would say it's innovation and resilience.
Definitely Ukraine can serve like a real-time testbed of new innovations, and we see increased attention to our models, to our resistance.
The expertise and know-how that Ukraine has been generating at enormous pace during the war in the area of defence technology and crisis response. And it will be a lasting asset that will give an opportunity to Ukrainian companies, investors in those companies, to monetize that asset across geographies and across industries. The combination of those industrial assets and those mineral deposits is very powerful. It will give investors the opportunity to save hundreds of millions of dollars in capex by utilizing, upgrading and modernizing those assets.
Obviously, we have so many opportunities for people to invest in, like miltech, defense, IT, agriculture, logistics, energy, alternative energy.
I would say the improvement of the rule of law, governance of state-owned enterprise, trust in the institutions. These three components, which are quite institutional reforms, are key in order to facilitate foreign direct investment.
I think that rule of law environment and investment protection and access to investments is one of the major issues, not only for foreign businesses, but for domestic businesses. It's definitely that Ukraine has significantly progressed on its way to transparency building, to digitalizations of its processes, to access to economic services. There are a number of restrictions that have been enacted and still in force because of the war. But we have to progress, we have to develop and have to think closely and together how we can just lift up these barriers and make it more accessible to Ukraine.
The lack of trust in the judiciary is something that is one of the most important barriers to investors. It was before the war, it is now during the war, and it will be after the war. And I believe that central to that, there were two core problems within Ukraine's judiciary. The first one is corruption. The second one is ambiguous and contradictory judicial practice and case law. One of the core difficulties with solving this problem is that prosecuting corruption within the judiciary is extremely complex. And so what I would focus on, rather than seeking to solve this problem through prosecutions, is actually to enhance the tools that exist within the judicial system itself, disciplinary tools, to very simply put, make sure that judges that make bad decisions lose their jobs.
The rule of law would be number one thing we should actually embed into our everyday life. So we should work on judiciary, on the fair rules of the game, level playing field. So this kind of stuff is really important both for the local investors and also for international audience.
So we are investing substantial amount of investment since the beginning of the war. We are already deployed almost 10 billion euros since the beginning of 2022. And we will continue to invest to support Ukraine in this war and in the recovery.
Our organizations keeps the main slogan, keep Ukrainians connected in all different senses of this word. Because we have millions of people outside Ukraine. We have demand for our services inside Ukraine domestically, because we send 1.5 million parcels per day, right? And it's not just parcels, it's just the very important shipments for Ukrainian people, for our communities, for our militaries, for our volunteers, for international donors organizations. It's for all our stakeholders who need this pipeline, this infrastructure.
Those that are investing now, that are experienced emerging market investors, investing in sectors like real estate, agriculture, logistics, metals and mining. That is not a very large number of investors at the current time. The second active group of investors are those that operate in the defence industry. They have been investing in Ukraine's rapidly expanding defence industry, but they're also looking ahead. They're looking at what the sector is going to do after the war. The third group are those that are not actively investing right now, but are doing their homework. They are commissioning scoping studies, they are doing due diligence work, but have made clear that they aren't going to invest until there is a peace in Ukraine. What we do as an organisation is just make sure that we are engaged in all of those conversations, that we're providing advice along the way, whatever stage investors are at in their journey and investment into Ukraine.
The European Business Association helps Ukraine and business community to be really strong partner when it comes to European integration. We would like to help the business community transmit their voice to the decision makers, both from Ukraine and all over the world. As Global Business for Ukraine, which is our extraterritorial business development arm, we would like to bring new international investors to Ukraine and which will help Ukraine to make Ukrainian recovery successful.